And we are back where it's nothing but football podcast with three of the supporters of clubs that will make it to the Super League. The rest of y'all, we don't care about you because you're not in the Super League. So let's wrap up the Premier League fixtures, which will be a thing of the past because they're quite boring. It's not Super League. All right, we will start on Friday. One Super League club in Spurs versus another one who just didn't quite make the cut. Score over there was Everton versus Spurs. It was 2-2. Let's just look at what happened in this game, right? Because, Spurs, Mourinho got fired. Jose got fired. Over on Sunday, after they found out Super League, it's like Tottenham wanted to deflect from their situation to say, oh, no, we fired our manager. But we'll see how it goes. How did you guys view that game, man? It was a Kane double, but he suffers an injury in the draw, which means he might be out of the Carabao Cup, or whatever you call that stupid cup. Was a goal in the 27th and 68th minute. Everton scored with G.F. Sigurdsson in the 31st and 62nd minute, one of them being a penalty. Lucas, how do you feel about that game? What do you feel about Spurs? Give comments on Mourinho's sacking. Over R1 billion in salary due to him being sacked. He might just be the worst top manager of the lot. How do you feel about that?
Okay, definitely not the worst top manager of the lot.
He's most fired though. Most fired though.
Yeah, also most trophy or a lot of trophies.
Yeah, but he's the most fired. But he's the worst of the top lot.
He lived long enough to see himself become the villain.
What the success you've put would probably rank you rather than
you've been
your
fired
negative.
3 times and you're just not there anymore. Imagine being fired by Spurs. It's like being fired by Morocco Swallows in South Africa. It's quite terrible.
Maybe, yeah. So in regards to the game, I think Everton made some mistakes and Harry Kane punished them. So look, very similar teams. Spurs the better team, so they would have wanted to win. With regards to Mourinho, I think the results haven't been great. The sacking is what surprised me totally. I mean, a week before
I think it was stupid.
The cup final.
I think it was stupid. I think he might have won that.
I think so also. And
I think he got sacked.
I don't know if he would have won, but
no, I think the driving nail in the coffin, because I heard he didn't want to train as a protest.
No. We're not going to let Mourinho fall on that sword.
Oh, okay.
Why not?
It was fired because of results. There was nobody confirmed that.
No.
Not one person confirmed that.
Yes, I'd heard.
this guy will let.
No, the thing is, I'd heard
the mercenary that started the Chelsea revolution for the Super Club to happen. Protested.
Yes.
No, we're not going to let him fall on that sword.
So that's the rumor that I heard, that apparently he didn't want to train on that
Let's
day.
not repeat it, Potion. It's rumors. Up until it's confirmed.
I'll let you finish your point.
No, that was that there. So Mourinho getting sacked by Spurs. Look, they haven't done the best. They haven't done that well. I still think the sacking is random. The sacking is random, but result-wise, the 2-2 is probably not great, not the greatest. After I think they lost the game. Yeah, they lost to us the game before that. So I mean, they were scrambling for the top 4. So it obviously pushed them further away.
Potion, is it a Spurs team that's terrible, or is it Mourinho has lost his touch and can't win trophies anymore?
Let me start with that result. Actually, I feel like the only player who did well was Harry Kane from Spurs point of view. And then I'll also jump into your question now of I feel as though Mourinho has been throwing players under the bus for way too long.
His whole career?
Yes. In the past, that might work. But you must remember, we live in a new age where now there's things like mental health. There's, you can't destroy a person's spirits. I don't know.
I get what you're saying.
The new catchy phrases that the youngsters use, but essentially you're dealing with new young people who don't respond to negativity the way that you think they should. So Mourinho has thrived over that. He thinks when he tells you, you sucked at this, like you're going to go back and you're going to improve. So
I hear you, because I remember there was a comment that you were saying that Frank Lampard was a man at 23 and these players are not men anymore. And I sat there and I'm like, you're going to say that to a bunch of 23-year-old millionaires and think they're going to be aight.
Yes, you've essentially insulted your whole squad. You've insulted everyone, and you've said that they're nothing, and you expect them to go and ride for you. Harry Kane is the only one, because Harry Kane, sharp. Everyone knows you're not talking about Harry Kane, because Harry Kane is having a marvelous season. He's top goal scorer and top assister. So clearly you're not talking about him. You're talking about everyone else. So
yeah. And if using Frank Lampard as a role model over there, I just don't know, man, because I don't like that guy either. But
How many titles?
I don't care about. I said I don't like Frank Lampard.
A role model to be a footballer. I'm saying
I don't like Frank Lampard. He is. Who is he? I can't think of a player because he's that insignificant in my mind in terms of footballing brilliance. But either way, we'll move right along and go on to the next game, because who cares about Mourinho getting fired? It's nothing new. All right, and we'll move on to Saturday. We'll just brush over this result. Wolves versus Sheffield. Wolves sealed Sheffield's relegation status. 1-0. Screw those guys. From 7th to 20th. I don't. And then we're going to go on to your marvelous West Ham, where our boy Joe Willock scored the third goal to condemn West Ham to a 3-2 defeat at St. James's Park. Any of y'all guys watch that game? Was it interesting? I just like St. Maximilian. That guy just looks exciting when he's on the ball over there.
yes.
I think West Ham went down to 10 there.
Went down to 10 in the 36th minute. 2 yellow cards. Craig Dawson.
Yeah. And Declan Rice was already out, and Lingard took an injury in that game. So, I mean...
In the 80th minute, he scored a penalty in the 80th. So,
yeah. So I mean, it's one of those, like, West Ham's been doing well, but I mean, they have a thin squad. I mean, Declan Rice already being out is hard enough. Then a red card in the 30th minute. I mean, so.
But do we want that quality of team in the Champions League?
Yeah, for look, if they perform well and they finish top 4, they deserve to be there.
Yeah, okay.
So I mean, we could want somebody else, yes, but they must also deserve it.
Okay, fair enough. Potion, your opinion on your team that you said was your team of the season. Second team, sorry.
Yes, that's the team that I also, well, I won't say backed, but I felt like, I fell in love with their football and I wanted to see them go all the way for it. You look at that and you see that West Ham has been playing the same squad for a while now. They have injuries in their squad, particularly in defense. So you got players like Craig Dawson, who actually wasn't a starter. He was bought as a squad player.
Is he the one on loan? I think they took him on loan.
Yes.
Even. Yeah.
So that was due to some of the West Ham defenders getting injured. But I see Ogbonna just came back. Ogbonna came back from injury. And Balbuena, that was normally their player. He's still out with injury. And you can see that in the last game, they were playing with a back 3 instead of the traditional back 4. Obviously, because their right back, I'm not sure if Kufal
played.
Yeah, Kufal's been pushed up. But I think Cresswell, who's one of their main assist providers, was out. So you look at that and you think to yourself, West Ham has been struggling. Now you remember that Newcastle is fighting the relegation battle. And from what we know at this time of the year, is there's nothing more dangerous than a relegation battle team. A relegation threatened team.
Yeah.
So Newcastle did what an animal backed in a corner would do. They came out fighting.
Yeah,
and that's what happened.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. But what I've got to say about that team, well done to Joe Willock. I don't care about the rest of the game. Let's move on to my least favorite team in the league. My least 2 favorite teams in the league. We're talking about Burnley versus Manchester United over here. One Super League contender versus one who only dreams will make it one day. Lucas, talk us through that game. How did it go? What are the highlights for you? Second is almost guaranteed for you, all but guaranteed.
Almost.
How do you feel about that game?
So, good game. Again, first half was slow. United took the lead and Burnley immediately equalized. Oh, not immediately, but close by. And then second half, United's quality obviously just took over the game. 2 goals from Mason Greenwood and a late goal from Cavani. Another good performance by Paul Pogba. I mean, he
assist in the game in the 84th minute.
Sure. And And he ran the game. And he ran the game. Bruno wasn't well, he doesn't have a stat in the game, but I thought he played very, very intelligently in that game.
Okay, so he didn't go missing in a big game again.
Eh?
He didn't even go missing in a big game.
No, look, I don't think he goes missing in big games, but it's just people watch the game of stats. So you say the big games, where's his goals and assists?
I was gonna say
nothing.
I did watch that game and I feel like he did disappear. The only the only intelligent thing he did was that jump over the ball.
For Greenwood's goal.
Yes, for Greenwood's goal. I feel like that was a spot of genius. But I agree with you from a point of view where you're saying it's intelligent play. He knows he's being watched as a player. He probably he does take the pressure out that way.
Yeah.
To kind of let the other guys go in. So maybe from that point of view, it's intelligent. But I feel as though, it's been for a while now. I think probably since like February that Bruno's just disappeared. But I guess that's a typical.
I think that's strong words. But
No, I feel as though he's not the same Bruno from the first half of the year.
He was brought there for goals and assists. When's the last assist that he had? I'm just
brought
asking.
there
I don't
for
know.
wins.
No, to tell you the truth, he's still performing his role. But now, obviously, everyone knows that this is the danger man for United. He is marked.
100%.
You can't give him all the blame. Fortunately for him, the squad is now woken up. Whereas in the first half of the season, the squad wasn't so awake.
Yeah.
Potion, I got agendas to run over here, dog, and you're busy killing me. Who cares if Lucas is saying he brought here for wins? He wasn't brought there for wins. He was there for goals and assists.
Yes, and he needs to do it, and he needs to do it, and he has done it quite a bit this
But
season. And the days that he can't, somebody else needs to. That's how football works.
But we're saying since February, we can't remember any significant moment.
For me to tell you the truth,
Then that's one player.
Can I just say, let's remember that chat where you believed he was going to be player of the year? Can we squash that now?
Still my player of the year.
Over Harry Kane.
Over Harry Kane.
No, remember what I said? For me, I feel like it's Bruno, but I won't fight it if it's Kane. So I still think it's between those two.
It's not even close between those two. But
Okay.
Dude, I'm sorry, but Harry Kane has been fantastic this season. In a team where everyone else in the team has been playing badly, he's consistently been doing it. Sharp, what happens in these last couple of games might also, determine how we rank him.
Did Harry Kane not have an inconsistent period this year? In the season?
He had an inconsistent period when he was injured.
Eh?
When he was injured.
So when he's been playing, he's been...
I'd say...
I'm not saying that to question Harry Kane. It's just you're saying for a month and a half or something, Bruno hasn't been firing. I'm just saying, has there not been a month where Harry Kane wasn't...
No,
any player...
No, I get you, but I'm just saying that since February, we're now into April.
But I disagree with you even on the February thing.
Yeah, but I just feel like
Feb, can you name us a good performance by Bruno?
Every week.
No,
I can't name you a bad performance of that guy.
No, I won't say he's had bad performances, but I feel as though he's disappeared from his brilliant performances. Brilliant performances where
he's maybe scored a bit less and assisted a bit less, but chance creation, I think he's still near the top of that list. He actually was topping that list for a long time.
So you're blaming your other players.
I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying it doesn't work like that. It's just if this guy needs to give you goals and assists every week, that guy. Football doesn't work. Sometimes you win 1-0.
Yeah, and
then only one guy shines.
No, but
Come on, guys.
what I was saying.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying I don't remember anything significant in terms of chance creation or anything for the past.
I hear you. I'm saying I do. So we can agree to disagree there. But I don't have to prove you wrong.
Of course you do. Because I'm the host. This is not a democracy. This is nothing but football run by Uncle Curtis. And you have to prove me wrong.
Yeah. Right? No, but my thing, I'm not saying that, I'm not saying he's been playing bad, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're saying player of the year.
Yes, there's a dip in form. There's a noticeable dip in form.
Yeah.
Since February.
Okay, I'll take noticeable dip in form.
Noticeable dip in form.
Yeah. Look, going from goal or assist every game to goal and assist every 3 games, that's a big drop, but you have to be a good player to have that drop in the first place. But I'll give it to you. Kane, I mean, is topping goals and assists.
Yeah.
Kane is topping goals and assists. So I don't begrudge Harry Kane winning it at all. I just think Bruno still has a shout. I don't think it's...
No, he does. If he wraps up these last games and
it's normally decided roundabout now, so he's
that's what I'm saying. No, but I'm talking from a sense where we're gonna say, okay, you know, from a fan's point of view, if we're watching and then we just count all the numbers and then we're having this conversation. If he does these last 5 games and he ends it up nicely, then maybe we can have that debate amongst ourselves. As in maybe. Like, okay, sure, he's actually done well. But yeah, give it to Kane. But I actually haven't given my opinion. Let's give Mason Greenwood let's give him a hand. Over the last couple of weeks, actually, he's come on and put in some brilliant performances. You can't fight the kid. The break's done him well. Looking at it from a bigger picture point of view.
Can I just jump in on that point?
Yeah.
So that's why I come back to the stats thing. For me, Mason Greenwood this whole year has been jamming.
Yeah.
He's just getting the goals now. But
we're not calling him Player of the Year, though.
Hey?
We're not going to call him Player of the Year, though.
Yeah, no one said that. I'm just saying the thing of the stats versus the
But that's what I'm saying about
performances.
But I was just talking about Bruno Fernandes over there. For you can be jamming and playing well, but Player of the Year is a special breed of player. You weren't having okay performances. This is why nobody cares about defenders who win Player of the Year unless they're out here busy blocking 20 shots for the team to concede the least amount of goals in the season. Because Player of the Year is you were dominating teams. You were showing them flames. We couldn't get past you. That's what I'm trying to say over there. But guys, let's move on from this over here to talk about the poor officiating that happened in the Arsenal versus Fulham game, where the VAR assistant ref was Stuart Atwell, and our favorite ref who can't get a decision right to save his life, Craig Pawson. Agenda was right. Okay, I'm going to start off with, I remember on this podcast I said one time, I don't care if it's a toe offside, it's offside. It was a toe offside, so it was offside. So I'll accept that decision. But to me, in that game, I want to talk about the inconsistency in the refereeing decisions. That one
Did you
goal
even say the score?
It was 1-1.
Yes, I was going to say.
The inconsistency in that game itself, where one was offside and the other one wasn't offside. So let me kick it off with Brother Hakeem again. How did you view the game? How did you feel about the 2 offside calls? One for Fulham, one for Arsenal. Because with the Saka one, it was literally his toe is offside. With what's the other guy's name? Fulham one. His hand was offside, but they said if a body part is offside, it's offside. So
no, they said body part you can score a goal with.
That's what they proposed.
That's the proposed one. That
your hand can't be offside.
No,
it can
that's
be.
a proposal.
There was a time where Bamford did this. He pointed.
Yeah, but they still went down to his shoulder.
No, they went to here.
Yeah.
They
pointed and he said
here.
Offside here. So the
when it was rule side,
guys, they are not sure.
Because it was a proposal by Wenger to say that any part of your body that can score can be declared offside. Any part that can't.
No, Wenger's proposal was any part of your body that can score a goal must be in line with the defender. So he was saying if your left leg is ahead but your right leg is in line.
Okay, but it's the second proposal that he's made since the beginning of the year.
Okay.
But it was in the Premier League as it stands.
Okay, so to me, I thought both offside decisions were right. This interpretation of the rules I'm hearing for this first time.
Yes.
But in terms of, I thought that both decisions were right.
So you're saying that
Arsenal should have been written off, Fulham should have stood as it did.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? For toe, even though it says any part of the body that's offside is offside.
That's what you're telling me now.
Yes,
right?
That's
and
what was
and like I say, I'm still not even sold by that. Because I don't think your hand counts as offside.
It is.
There was the controversy of the armpits. Yes, but that's connected to your shoulder.
Lucas always had an agenda to run against us, so we're going to have to
what
show
agenda is this? The agenda is that I don't agree with you.
No, that you don't agree with the rules and you change the rules when you suit you.
Okay, you just made one up.
No, I didn't. I'm not telling you that's what the rule is. Because we're telling you about the Patrick Bamford where they pulled him offside when he pointed. Not armpit, where he pointed with his hand and they took it from his hand. The other one...
so they made a wrong decision there and they should have made the wrong decision in the Arsenal game
no,
also.
They said it was the right decision.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
I don't know. So Your definition of that law is something I've never heard of. So I can't go along with that same thinking. In terms of his arm was offside, but the parts of the body he can score a goal with was onside. So therefore.
And to tell you the truth, remember they were also talking about scrapping that magnifying thing and doing the line. It was literally like millimeters.
Oh yeah, they scrapped it in the Champions League.
Oh, okay.
Where they draw the lines or whatever. Okay. That's in European.
All right. No, but I thought the Fulham one, to tell you the truth, if you looked at the Arsenal one, because when the Arsenal one didn't go in, I was like, okay, sharp.
I accepted it.
No, I was like, the ref has set a precedent here.
Mm-hmm.
He's pulled out they pulled out the measuring tapes.
Yeah.
And they did the zooming in and said, okay, sharp.
Yeah.
The foot was offside. His toe was offside. Sharp. Yeah. They started, because I was watching the game, they started measuring, because normally they'll start from here, the fingers. Those parts, I think it was about this part that was offside. They started going back. They went all the way back, and as soon as they reached the point where it wasn't offside, they just stopped there. It wasn't like they said, okay, sharp, armpit. Because if they were going on their precedent, they were like, armpit.
And I'm going off the highlights. Maybe you guys watched the game more than
Yes, I watched it, and I watched how they were going. If they went with armpit, if they said armpit, I was going to say sharp. I saw it. I saw what your reasoning was. And sharp, okay. But if you decide now fingers don't count as an arm, but you're going to measure from here, that for me is a problem. Sure. That's a problem. I'm not arguing with sharp. From Wenger's point of view, that was not an offside. From Wenger's point of view. But since when does it work like that? Since when in the Premier League does it work like that? We've seen multiple calls, and the refs have come out standing firm and saying these are the rules.
The funniest thing in that game was normally pundits will say no, VAR is ruining the game. VAR is ruining the game. I saw your boy Roy Keane. It was the right decision, and I'm like, last week he was saying no, VAR is ruining the game on these marginal offside calls, and this is why we don't care about Sky Sports and the Premier League, which is why we love the Super League, where we'll be treated fairly. But, Potion, your opinion on the game itself? 2 disallowed goals, I accept the second offside.
To tell you the truth, yes, yeah. 2 disallowed. It was 2 disallowed.
Smith Rowe also got disallowed for being offside. I accepted that one. He was.
To tell you the truth, I feel as though, as an Arsenal fan, this was a game that we should have dominated.
We did.
We did.
Just didn't put our chances away.
We did dominate it. I don't like that concept of leaving things up to fate or leaving things up to the VAR. So to tell you the truth, I feel as though we should have closed that game very quickly. We gave them the opportunity to come into our penalty box.
That was the only shot on target they held the whole game.
But it doesn't matter. They got it. As a team that is fighting for Champions League qualification. Now it doesn't matter, but we're still fighting for it nonetheless. If you're not gonna close games against the 17th opposition, bruh, like you're not serious.
But we might be too harsh. They drew against Liverpool. They drew against another top team. Okay.
But weren't Liverpool harsh on themselves when they look back at that game?
Okay, maybe.
We also got to be harsh on ourselves.
We've got to be harsh on ourselves. I hear you on that.
Yes, as much as I spend time now being a baby and saying that, VAR's done us dirty, but we put ourselves in that situation. If in the public eye, if I'm complaining, I'll tell people that, we were done dirty. But if I'm in the locker room with the coach, I'll be like, dude, how the hell did we end up in this situation where we're drawing 1-1 with Fulham? Should have been 5 goals, bro. Just like Slavia Prague. Okay. Same, we should have taken it the same way.
We can't play at home anymore. Lucas, in fact, let's move on to Liverpool versus Leeds. Where it was, again, Super League team versus non-Super League team who try to all act high and mighty saying that what Liverpool was doing is wrong when they wanted to break away from the championship just 3 years ago because they couldn't get out of it.
Yes.
How did you guys find that game? I didn't even watch it. I was just hyped up over Super League.
To tell you the truth, I did give it a browse. I felt as though Liverpool did create a lot of chances, but it would probably be the same situation as us. Well, Leeds also did, as Leeds does, create a lot of chances. But I felt as though it was the same situation as with our game, where you miss X amount of chances, and then the smaller team starts to believe like, hey, we're still in this. So, yeah, credit to Leeds for not giving up, but also I feel like Liverpool know they should have taken that game. But yeah.
Lucas, Leeds versus Liverpool. How you feel about it?
It was a good game, mate. Both teams had a lot of chances.
So you watched it?
So I watched about 60 minutes of it. Both teams had a lot of chances. Leeds, before equalizing, really missed some chances where you're honestly swearing at the screen like, how'd you miss that? You know, but good game to watch. In the end, the balance of probability, a decent result. I think Mane benched. Mane was on the bench for this one.
He did score first. Did he start on the bench?
Fabinho was back at centre back.
He scored in the 31st. So if he came off the bench, he came on in the 31st minute.
No, that's Mane that scored. Salah was on the. Did I say Mane? Sorry, I meant Salah was on the bench. Fabinho was back at centre back. Thiago was inside pointing again.
That's all he does.
But yeah, a decent game.
Okay, cool. Let's just wrap up FA Cup games. I don't care about it because I want to gossip about Mourinho and say how he's lost it as a manager. FA Cup games over the weekend. Well done to Tuchel and his Chelsea side to beat Man City. They're not going to do the quadruple. Thank God we never heard it from Pep Boy fanboys. How you guys feel about that game? It seems like a solid performance from Chelsea and he's got some
Solid. They were actually the better team, which is, you don't get to say that often against City. So well done to Chelsea.
Okay, Potion?
I think the mad scientist did what the mad scientist does. He overthinks things. Tried to swap players. Now, what's his name? We're seeing partnerships we haven't seen this season, and it just didn't quite work out. So Chelsea threw in a side that does things in and out for them. But yeah, Ziyech was on fire. He was unmarkable. I think Mason Mount also had a great game.
Again.
Yeah, again. He's putting in good performance. And also, let's give credit to Thomas Tuchel. He's getting Kepa's confidence coming. He's having great games. You can't take it away from him. Whereas Lampard had already written him off, acting like the guy didn't cost 75 million. He wanted to sell him for, I don't know, they were going to make a big loss.
English people are not good at analyzing football, so we get it.
Yeah. So you look at that, and now Timo Werner has found he's like a breath of fresh air. He's not taking as many shots, but he realizes he's got the pace. All he needs to do is just put the ball in. Because, Ziyech was offside in one of the calls.
Yes.
No, not Ziyech. I think it was. Yeah, not Ziyech.
It was him.
Oh, was it him who put the ball?
Yeah, it was him offside, and then he passed to Ziyech.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the other game, it was Leicester versus Southampton. If Arsenal beat Southampton, we might be winning another FA Cup because we're the specialists over there. But how you guys view that game? Leicester going through. Hopefully they beat Chelsea so they can keep quiet for another season.
Yeah, and I'd like to see Brendan Rodgers do well. I think he does some good work.
He does. I feel like he does deserve it. He's the Leicester side is looking good. I mean, Jamie Vardy's off his scoring form, but Inacio's come back and he's doing some good stuff there. He's on a great run of form.
And the improving players, Fofana. What the hell? Where did that guy come from?
Funny enough, he came from the same. I think he was in the same team as Saliba.
Saint Etienne.
Yeah.
They played together.
And
then let's move on to the final topic, guys. Has Jose Mourinho lost it? The man who once called the great Arsene Wenger a specialist in failure is quite obviously a specialist in failure from being fired from 3 jobs, leaving Tottenham in a very, very healthy position of, let's see where they are on the table. 7th. Something that Wenger never did in his whole Arsenal career. So how are we judging 7th. How are we judging this boy over here, Jose Mourinho?
Overall or his time at Spurs?
The decline in his career from the Madrid time to now. Or let's say Chelsea second spell, because he came back from Madrid to Chelsea to win 1 Premier League title and then got fired. Because it seems like he can motivate a team for 1 season and then the next season they're disaster at this moment in time. Always leaving them when they're in the bottom half of the table. He went to Man United. He finished second the one season. I'll give him a break there. He didn't get the support he wanted in the second season after he finished second to get the players he wanted. But then when he got fired, he left them in a disastrous state in the bottom half of the table again, where all he had to come pull miracles. And now he joins Spurs, right? He lauded that squad. He's like, this squad is a complete squad. It's a very good squad when he joined. And now he leaves them in 7th, saying this is a terrible squad. Is this a man that's lost touch with the reality? Is he not as good as he once thought he was? Does he need to go sit in a corner and think about his life? How are we judging Mourinho? Because over his career, he's done enough to be considered a great, but the decline is pretty immense now. So how do we feel about that? Let me start with Lucas over there.
Sure. So definitely a decline, right? But obviously we want to package as a bad thing. Sorry. To me, it's like an Ancelotti. It's just you're not going to be able to stay at the top for that long. But in saying that, he's done some things wrong to end up falling off. Mm-hmm. And I think that's clear to say. I mean, he throws his players under the bus. His tactics are looking outdated. I think he can still have success, but he's definitely taken a hit. Mm. I don't know if he goes straight in at the top again, unless it's Italian football. But
okay, I agree with you. Italian football might suit him again. But yeah, you're saying?
I feel like you can't compare him to Ancelotti, because unlike Ancelotti, unlike Mourinho, when Ancelotti leaves, he's still loved. But Mourinho scorches the earth. Everywhere he's gone, where he's fired, he scorches the earth. I can only think of one team where he was loved, which is Inter. But he left there. He was offered another job and he went to Madrid. So look, okay, as
Chelsea
well, and his first time at Chelsea and Porto. Those are the three roles. But from everywhere, I think Mourinho needs to get with the times, because he's still in the mindset of the toughen up mindset. I actually thought when he was going to go into Tottenham, he was going to take a new leaf, take a new lease in life and actually approach football in a different way and adapt. But I see he hasn't adapted. He's decided that he's going to still do that same thing, the same tactic of, I'm going to bring you down, as in like you guys are all going to be on the same level head-wise. I'm going to bring you down, show you guys your mistakes, and you need to build up from there. Which is, it's a very backward, mentality, coaching-wise and life-wise in this day. I mean, life doesn't work like that anymore. It's not toughen up. It's not toughen up, little man.
Okay, but I hear you, because it's interesting, because Pogba did an interview with MUTV this past week, where it's like he woke up one day, his relationship was fine with Mourinho. The next day, Mourinho just hated him for whatever reason, and he was just out the squad. And I remember back in the time there was apparently training ground bust-ups where Pogba just looked at him confused, and a lot of Man United fans at that time were busy pointing fingers to Pogba, saying he's lazy, he's not doing enough, what. Now it turns out that, well, it was Mourinho being Mourinho and just turning on players for no reason. I think he's lost it. He'll go to Spain, he'll win a trophy. I think he's still got a good football brain. I think he still understands football, very knowledgeable. He understands how to plan against teams. I just don't think he knows how to win against teams anymore. He can be negative. He can stop teams from playing. But teams are figuring out how to stop you from defending at the same time. So footballers move past that. You don't have John Terry anymore who will just sit back all day. You don't have Ricardo Carvalho. You don't have the William Gallas's of the world anymore who are pretty decent defenders. Now you have special players who do things. But either way, Pogba comments on Mourinho. How did you feel about that, Lucas?
Well, look, it made sense, but to I don't know why managers are expected to be the players' best friends. You're trying to invoke performance out of these guys. I don't want a soft manager.
Treat them with respect.
So hey,
treat them with respect. You don't have to be soft.
Treat them with respect, sure, but you're trying to push them to win trophies and that kind of thing. So obviously they must respect each other, but I mean, Does he have to be the player's friend?
The players
wouldn't
aren't
even-
saying they want to be
like-
friends.
I wouldn't even say it's about being friends. It's an employer-employee relationship now. We look at it that way. It's an employee-employee relationship. If your boss goes and starts talking cack about you, you're not going to perform the same way. Like that's what I'm
Especially
saying.
to the public.
Yeah.
I get you.
Especially to the
So
public.
it's like that's why I'm saying football is no longer what it used to be. Football is a business now.
Yeah.
So if you want to treat your football players like their children,
Yeah.
then you're gonna get players who are earning millions, and they'll tell you, "Dude, I don't need to take this from you. Who are you?" Like it's one of those things you must.
I hear you.
You need to realize. That's why I said Mourinho has not evolved with the times, where he you need to
Because the
treat.
squads are younger nowadays.
Yeah, they're younger, but you still need to treat people with respect. It just goes down to that. Yes, I'm not saying that he needs to baby them, but I'm just saying it comes down to respect, and that's something that Mourinho typically does not give players.
Okay.
Like he'll give it to you unless if you suck up to him. You know,
Yeah.
he likes players who suck up to him. That's been Mourinho throughout the years, and these days players don't care.
True.
Any final comments on Jose Mourinho? I'm just saying, good job, Spurs. You won't win a trophy now as well. It's 2 birds with 1 stone. Lucas?
Yeah, no, nothing. That's how football goes.
Potion, the man with the motion over there.
To tell you the truth, I feel as though best thing for Mourinho to do now would be to go to number 1, Italy, or number 2, Spain at a mid-table side. I feel like he'll do very well with the mid-table Spanish side.
Mid-table.
Yeah, a mid-table side where, you know,
I'll even give him Atletico. I'll give him Atletico.
you're not necessarily. I feel like if you go to Atletico do have stars in their team. They
But
do have.
he's got that hard-working defensive unit already that he loves. So it will just be transforming them to be a bit better than Diego. Diego Simeone is not going to leave, but I'm just saying, ideally, the highest placed team I can see him is Atletico.
Yeah.
Because it's not Madrid, it's not Barca.
Because I feel like if he goes to a mid-table team, he'll at least the players will know this guy succeeded before.
Do you think he can win the first World Series at the ESL, the Super League?
Which club will hire him? Maybe Atletico, we don't know, but let's call it a day, guys. From Uncle Curtis.
Wait. Where do you think your clubs would finish in this ESL?
In this ESL, mid-table.
Hey, mid-table. Who do you think will finish below you?
Okay.
Maybe the 2 Milan clubs.
The 2 Milan clubs. When's the last time PSG beat us? PSG don't beat us.
You'd finish above PSG.
I said they don't beat us.
Oh,
I'm
sure.
talking about the results now. PSG
Okay.
don't beat us. What other clubs are there? Let's pull up the list of champions.
So the 6 is the 2 Manchester clubs, United and City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham.
So we can finish above United.
Madrid,
We can-
Barca,
Madrid, Barca,
Juventus.
Atletico, Juventus, Inter, AC.
Okay, we can finish above United, Spurs. We can finish behind.
You know you're in the same league with them now, and you're not
this
in front of
is
them.
the first time we finished above us in a while.
Okay.
I said it's a
No, but
possibility, not a
no.
guarantee.
To tell you the truth, with that league, it would be different. You must remember, sometimes we get taken down by these small teams. They love holding us to the draws and stuff like that.
One
But I'm
day,
just saying- I'm
one
just
day I
saying-
want to watch Arsenal games with you guys. Actually,
But what I'm just saying,
I want to see this delusion live.
No, I'm just but let me finish my point. I'm just saying, of the teams that we can beat and we have beaten off recent history, I think we could finish above United. We could finish above Spurs. The Juventus and Milan clubs, we could beat them.
Juventus also.
Yeah, Juventus.
Juventus right now struggling. You see, the thing is,
But hold on. When I ask Arsenal, you say historically. When I ask Juventus, you say they're struggling now.
No.
Let's have a consistent argument then.
But even historically, guys, you know what's the thing, man? You can call me deluded, but we are unbeaten against Madrid.
Sure.
Arsenal is unbeaten. Up until that team beats me, I can beat them.
Okay.
You know? Juventus, last time we played them, we beat them. I don't care if it was Henry and them, but we beat them. Up until that team can beat me, we can beat them.
Fair enough.
All right?
Fair enough.
Spurs,
Now we look at Chelsea. Chelsea can chow us. United can chow us.
But United, we do finish above them in the league sometimes. They finish above us in the league sometimes. You know, like ever since Fergie left, it's 5
I just
and 7.
don't think we'll win the first couple of tries if this tournament.
I don't think we'll win the trophy.
Yeah,
I think we'll just be mid-table.
Okay.
That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
saying we're just gonna be collecting our check, bro.
Collecting the check and going back to the Premier League to go ball on the mates. Ball on them. Just be like, bring your best player here. We got money now. We'll be doing that Chelsea and Man City money dance, dog. Just out there, just give us your best player. It's fine. Like what Man City did to us and just took all our best players. But from us, that's nothing but football. Brother Hakeem, Potion, Uncle Curtis. Much love, guys.
Peace out.
Uyazing betting my league. Sazo figure gada. Baby unga hambi.